In the previous lecture of electronic measurement and instrumentation, we have seen the design of linear ramp digital voltmeter and the design of digital ramp digital voltmeter. The problem with the linear ramp digital voltmeter is that the accuracy of the measurement depends on the accuracy of clock signal generated, and also the accuracy of the measurement depends on the rate of rise of the ramp voltage. So if the ramp voltage is rising with a very constant slope, then the measured value will be accurate. And if there is a change in the rate of increment of the ramp voltage, it will introduce an error in the measurement. And also if there is a change in the duration of the clock pulse, this will also introduce some error in the measurement. So to make the system independent of this clock duration and independent of the rate of change of ramp, now we will introduce an integrator in the digital voltmeter, and this configuration, this design is known as dual slope digital voltmeter. So the circuit is called dual slope digital voltmeter. Dual slope digital voltmeter. To remove these two limitations of the linear ramp digital voltmeter, we will introduce an integrator circuit. So first I will discuss the input and output characteristics of the integrator. What will be the output if I am giving a constant voltage at the input side, because the voltage which I have to measure, it will kept constant at some certain value. So this is the symbol for integrator. It will introduce some constant k in the integration. That is the property of this integrator. Here is the applied input signal and output of the voltmeter. Suppose the input applied signal is, if it is suppose xt, if the input signal is xt, then the output of the integrator will be, suppose if it is output is yt, then this will be equal to k times integration of xt dt. It is maybe from the value of t, consider it is from 0 to capital T, and then it is y of 0, initial value of this function. So to find out the integration of xt, when this signal will pass from this integrator, we will get the output like this. So if I am applying a constant input, like in case of our voltmeter, if we will apply a constant input, suppose it is Vx, then what will be the output of this integrator? Output of this integrator will be simply the integration of this voltage, means the area between this line and the time axis. This area will be integration. As the time increases, the area of this curve will increase linearly with the time. Initially at t equal to 0, The value of this function is at t equal to 0, area of this curve is 0, and as time enhances, the area, this is the area now Vx into suppose this T1. Now at some time T2, the area will be Vx into T2. So in this way, the integration of this voltage will keep increasing. It will increase like this. And what will be the slope of this curve? The slope of this line, sorry, this is a straight line. The slope of this straight line depends on the value of this voltage Vx. This slope is directly proportional to this voltage Vx. If the input voltage is higher, then this slope will also be higher, because if input voltage will be high, then the area will change more faster. Area will increase more faster with respect to time. As area will increase, the slope of this curve will also increase, because it is showing area of this line and the time axis. So the area is increasing with time. So the slope of this line will be dependent over this input voltage Vx. So what will be the slope of this? It will be k into Vx, some constant of integration into the input voltage Vx. So this is the output of this integrator if the applied voltage is positive. Now I have to introduce this integrator in our voltmeter circuit. So in this line, in this graph, in this output of integrator, which has a slope equal to k into Vx, if I want to find the value of voltage, at some time t1, suppose I want to find the value of voltage at this time t1, then what will be this value? This value will be rate of change into the time for the duration in which this voltage is increasing. So the value of voltage here will be kVx into T1. At any point of time, we can find the value of voltage by simply multiplying by this slope by this time. So we can write here, we can design the circuit as, here is a integrator, output of this integrator will be given to the non-inverting terminal of this comparator at the positive terminal, and we will compare this input with 0. So the inverting terminal of this comparator is grounded, and like in the previous case, this output of this comparator will be given to counter through an AND gate. This is AND gate. Here is the clock generator. And this will be applied to the counter circuit. This is the simple circuit of dual slope integrator. Here, suppose here is our input voltage Vx, and I will consider another voltage which is negative. I will consider a reference voltage Vr, and we will connect this through a switch. Suppose here is the switch. This switch may be connected to Vx or it may be connected to reference voltage Vr. It is minus Vr. First, in the first case, the step of measurement, suppose first I will connect this integrator input to the constant voltage Vx. The switch is connected to the constant voltage Vx. When the switch is connected to the constant voltage Vx, the output of this integrator, suppose this is Y, the Y will be, we can write the value of Y as Y is equal to, suppose the switch was open at t equal to 0, means at t equal to 0, the output of the integrator was 0. It means that the initial value of this integration, means Y of 0 will be 0 because the switch was open at t equal to 0. So we can write the output of this integrator as K into applied into input Vx, and suppose this switch is connected to the Vx to a predefined time t1. I can find out this time t1 by using this counter, because when this switch is connected to t1, the value of Y will be positive, means the value of Y will be greater than 0. When the value of Y will be greater than 0, the output of this comparator will be 1. When the output of comparator is 1, the clock pulse will be passed to the counter and counter will keep counting. Suppose this switch is connected to Vx at time t1, then the total value of voltage, the output of the integrator will be K into Vx into t1. This is the rate of change, and multiplied by the time t1. So the output of integrator will be K into input voltage into t1, and this counter stops here at time t1. At time t1, we connected this switch from Vx to minus Vr. When the Vx is positive, when this switch was connected to Vx, the output of the integrator will keep increasing like this. Now at some time t1, the switch is connected to minus Vr, means when this switch is connected to a negative voltage, now the slope of this voltage will start decreasing. The slope of this signal will start decreasing because now the area of this negative constant due to this negative voltage will start decreasing. And suppose this is connected to, now the output of the integrator will be some constant k into minus Vr, and suppose this is connected to Vr till a time capital, till a time t. So the total time is t minus t1. If the total time is, write it like this, if the total time is t2, suppose, so it is connected to the minus Vr till the time t, and the time arrives when, because this is negative, I will write it like this, because this is negative, now this value will be subtracted from this value, and at some time t2, suppose at some time t2, these two values becomes equal to each other, and when these two values becomes equal to each other, the value, the output of this integrator will become 0. Suppose that time is t2. When the output is of this integrator becomes 0, the output of this comparator will become 0, and this will stop the counter. Suppose when the counter stopped, that time was t2. So we will read the input unknown voltage in two steps. First we will connect this switch to a positive voltage Vx, which we have to measure. When this switch is connected to Vx, suppose it is connected to Vx to the time t1. Up to the time t1 it is connected to positive voltage Vx, and in t1 time the output of the integrator will become k into Vx into t1. Now after t1, this switch is connected to minus Vr. When it is connected to minus Vr, the slope will start decreasing, because if there is a voltage, suppose there is a voltage minus Vr, here is a voltage minus Vr, as the time will increase, this negative area will increase, and this negative area will be subtracted from the previously calculated area. Suppose till the t1 the area is this, and after t1 the area becomes negative, and when the area becomes negative, this will be subtracted from this signal. So at the time t2, this total value becomes 0. At the time t2 it crosses the time axis. At time t2 it crosses the time axis, and at time t2 this total value become 0. So I will write it like this: 0 is equal to k into Vx into t1 minus k into Vx into t2 minus t1. So from here we can write the value of Vx as, sorry, this is Vr minus Vr. So we can write, I can cancel this value k, and we can calculate V2 as Vx is equal to T2 minus T1 upon T1 into Vr. In this relation, T1 is known, it is a predefined time. T1 is predefined time. T2 is the time. T2 is the time when the output of this integrator becomes 0. When it means that when the output of this integrator crosses the time axis. So the T2 is the time when output of the integrator becomes 0. It means that we can find out that time T2 with the help of this counter, because after T2 the counter will stop counting. So if the value of the counter at the end of T2 is C, if the value of this counter at the time of end of time T2 is C, then we can calculate the T2 as C by clock frequency minus T1. So T1 is known, it is predefined time. I have to connect the switch of the integrator to the Vx till the time T1. And at time T1, the input of the integrator switches to the minus Vr. And at time T2, the output of the integrator becomes 0. So these two times are known. T1 is known, T2 is known. This reference voltage is known to me. This reference voltage is also known. So by using this relation, we can find out the value of unknown voltage, Vx. Now the whole process can be explained by using timing diagram also. So consider the timing diagram. Suppose here is the input voltage Vx, so the switch of the integrator is connected to Vx, suppose till the time T1. Till the time T1, the switch of the integrator is connected to Vx. And at time T1, the switch is shifted from Vx to minus Vr. So after T1, the voltage at the input of the integrator will be minus Vr. This value is minus Vr. So until the switch is connected to Vx, the integrator will integrate this signal, and the integration of this signal will be area under this line, this area. As the time increases, this area will increase. As area will increase linearly, the output of the integrator till the T1 will be like this. Till the time T1, the area is increasing, so the slope of this curve, this line is increasing, and this slope will be equal to this area Vx into T1, and the amplitude of the voltage here will be K into Vx into T1. The slope of this line will be integrator constant K into applied input voltage Vx, because slope of this line will directly depend on the amplitude of this input voltage. It will be directly proportional to the amplitude of this input voltage. Now at the time T1, this switch of the integrator is connected to reference voltage minus Vr. This is negative. It means that now it will be subtracted from the previous value of the area. This is negative area. This will be subtracted. Now the area slope of the line will start decreasing from the T1. Slope of the line, because here the area is negative, this area is positive. Now when we will integrate after T1, this will be decreased. The slope of this line will start decreasing, and at some time T2, suppose it will become 0. When this will cross this line, the output of the integrator will become low, and when the output of the integrator will become negative, the output of the comparator will become low, and it will stop the counter from the counting. So this is the story till the T1. The slope of the output of the integrator will increase. From T1 to T2 it will decrease, and at the T2 the output of the integrator will become 0, and after T2 the output of the integrator will be negative. When the output of the integrator will become negative, means less than 0, because the inverting terminal of the comparator is connected to ground. When the non-inverting input will become negative, the output of the comparator becomes low. When the output of the comparator becomes low, it will stop the counter from counting. At that time, we will count the number of pulses and we will calculate this time T2. Now, by using this relation, the slope of this line is known. Till the T1, what will be height of this, what will be this height, or we can say that at time T1 what will be the value of output of the integrator, this value can be calculated by using this is k into Vx into T1, and what is the slope of this line? This is minus k into VR, reference voltage, because this is minus k into VR, and this duration is T2 minus T1. So by using this line we can calculate the value of voltage here. It is k into Vx into T1. By using this line we can calculate the voltage here. It is k minus k into VR into T2 minus T1. This is the same value once by using this line and once by using this line. Both values are same, so we can equate to them, we can make them equal, and from here we can find that this k is cancel out, and we can write Vx as T2 minus T1 upon T1 into VR. T2 minus T1 upon T1 into VR. So by using this relation we will find two slopes, one slope here k into Vx, one slope here minus k into Vr. That's why this circuit is known as dual slope digital voltmeter. So by using this relation we can find out the value of our unknown voltage. Now if we consider, suppose if the integration constant k is changing, it may change because of aging of the component or because of change in temperature. This, because these are electronic components, integrator can be designed like this. This is the simple integrator. We can design by using an operational amplifier. So these are electronic components, their constants may change with temperature. So if the value of integration constant is changing here, then also it will not create any error in the measurement. Why? It will not create any error in the measurement, because this value of k will cancel out here in the relation itself. It will be cancelled out. And if the other problem in the linear ramp type digital voltmeter was that if the time period of the clock changes, then measurement in the time will also changes, because if the value of counter is n and frequency of the clock generator is f, then the total time will be total number of clock pulses into duration of one clock, which is 1 by f. This is the total time. If this f is changing, then there would be an error in the calculation of time, and if there is an error in the calculation of time, then there would be also, then there we will get an error in the final measurement of the unknown voltage. So this will create a problem in the linear ramp type digital voltmeter. But if we consider here, suppose at the end of time t1, the value of counter is c1 here. At time t1, the value of counter is c1. The clock frequency is f. Suppose the clock frequency is f. At the time of t1, the value of counter is c1, then the total duration this t1 will be, t1 is equal to c1 upon f, total number of clock pulses into duration of one clock pulse. Duration of one clock pulse will be, duration of one clock pulse will be 1 by f. So this time t1 can be written as total number of clock pulses into duration of one clock pulse. Duration of one clock pulse is 1 by f. If there are c1 number of clock pulses, then the total time will be c1 into 1 by f, means c1 by f. Also this duration, suppose the value of counter at time t2 is c2, then total number of clock pulses in this duration will be c2 minus c1, and this time t2 minus t1 will be equal to c2 minus c1 by f. It will be equal to t2 minus t1. So this time t1 will be equal to c1 by f. This time t2 minus t1 will be equal to c2 minus c1 by f. And if we see the sometimes before we have seen the expression for the unknown input voltage, it was given as Vx is equal to T2 minus T1 upon T1 into VR. So T2 minus T1 is C2 minus C1 by F, C2 minus C1 by F, upon this T1 is C1 by F. This will be cancelled out. It means that in the measurement there is no effect of duration of the clock pulses, and also there is no any effect of rate of change of this integration constant k. This will be cancelled out here, the frequency will be cancelled out here, and the k will be cancelled out in the relation of Vx and Vr. So these two limitations, the two limitations of the linear ramp type digital voltmeter can be removed by using an integrator at the input side of the digital voltmeter. So this is all for today's lecture. Thank you.